A Galaxy Next Door is the most recent anime I have just watched. So, the premise for this show, I heard about it when it first came out, but I wasn't too interested in it. But, after now that it's done, of course, some people that I follow have been talking about it, and one of them specifically said it was a good show. So I went, okay, I'll finally take a look at it. So here is the plot of A Galaxy Next Door. Basically, there is a guy called Ichiro Kuga, and he has two younger siblings, Machi and Fumio, and their father has passed away. Their father has left them with everything, kind of like the inheritance. It's not much. It's like a housing complex, like not even a complex, just like an apartment, a mini little apartment, and some money, but that's it, right? So Kuga has to, he works as a mangaka, drawing and writing manga, and he does it, tirelessly to support his siblings. So what happens is that one day, he is looking for an assistant and he gets one. Her name is Shiori Goshiki, and she shows up and she's really good at drawing manga and all that stuff. And he's like, "Well, this is great." And then one day, after they've had pulled like a super long day, he finds her passed out on like the table she's working at, and he sees something on her back. He's like, "Oh crap! Did she get like a pen stuck in her? I'll pull that out." And then he gets poked by it, and it turns out that wasn't actually a pen. It was her stinger, because Goshiki is an alien. She is the princess of the Star People, and she was here via the wish of her grandmother, because her grandmother wanted her to explore the real world, essentially. Not real world, but you know what I mean, our world. So Goshiki then explains to him that who she is and all that, and that by him getting stabbed by her stinger, they are now bonded and are set to be engaged, because that's how it works for the people. So the premise is they try to figure out how they're gonna work, how they're gonna go through daily life with him and her bonded by the stinger, and trying to figure out how to get rid of the bond. And of course, love ensues and all that stuff. So one of the reviews I saw was someone saying how really the whole alien thing, it actually isn't that big of a part of it. And that's true. If you take out a lot of the alien speak, like her being princess of the Star People and all that, this really just works as a standard anime, as a standard romance anime. Most of the time, I really enjoyed it. The first episode is intriguing, and the second one, where it kind of explains everything, and we get to see her and Kuga interact more. I would say that there is filler episodes. Absolutely, there is filler episodes where I was kind of getting bored, which I would suspect those are episodes 4, 5, and episodes 4, 5, 6, 7 are filler. Absolute filler. And I can't even say I was bored with it, because some episodes are real cute. There's cute moments in there with all of them, with Kuga siblings and Goshiki. There's cute moments in pretty much every episode. But again, there is some filler in there. I would say episode 7 is probably the weakest episode of them all. 'Cause that one I was genuinely feeling bored. But there is good stuff in a lot of the episodes. Of course, the most drama and the most intrigue I was when we were dealing with her being an alien and her being the princess and all that. But that's because I'm just a sci-fi buff. So, that was keeping me interested. But if there wasn't any sci-fi, I think I still would have enjoyed this, even if there was no sci-fi, and it's just the, the author or whatever falls in love with his assistant type of thing. Even with that, I think I would have been absolutely fine. Character-wise, there is some problems. Like Goshiki, they do the whole fish out of water thing where she she doesn't understand how humans work, and there's like this thing where she constantly just tells everyone the truth that she is an alien, she's the star princess and all that. It's like, why? Ugh. Do you not understand what secret means? She's like, I feel like I'm deceiving them by not telling who I am. No, because they wouldn't take it right. Ugh. And Kuga, he gets like flustered over the stupidest things at times. It's not as bad as like the guy from Shigimori, but there is times where you're like, Kuga, man up. Come on, buddy. His siblings, Machi, she is great. I think Machi is a great character. Fumio, the little brother, he just kind of repeats the last word that someone before him did. And they don't explain why. I'd like to know why Fumio is like that. And then you get other characters, like Momoka, who she's like Kuga's best friend, who she's also a mangaka. We get another person as well, who he's also a mangaka, who Goshiki goes to work for. And, it's all fine. I think most of the characters are fine. And even then, Goshiki and Kuga are fine as characters as well. And they go through scenarios where you completely understand them. It's just those are like the little gripes I have with them. So overall, A Galaxy Next Door, I think it's enjoyable. It's not breaking ground. It's not. I say this a lot, but it's nothing special. There is probably way better romance anime, well, way better sci-fi anime out there. But this is a nice, fun, just kind of relaxing show to watch if that's what you're looking for. So I would give it. What would I give this? Comparing it to like the other anime I've seen this year, because that's what I have to compare it to, because I need to go. I was like, would I watch this show again? I don't know. I wouldn't be against doing it, but it's probably not something I'm like, oh, I can't wait to watch A Galaxy Next Door again, But I give it a 7, I think. I think a 7 is a proper rating for it. Yeah. 7 is the proper rating for it. I think that's the perfect rating. So, let me know what you think. If you've seen Galaxy Next Door, let me know in the comments down below what you thought of it. And if you haven't, I definitely say give it a watch.